Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Dead Cells. Return to Castlevania. We're gonna do a normal mode run. It doesn't matter. I didn't do anything on the run. I gotta pick up my collector cells again. Oh, wait a minute. Does that cause us to lose our cells? Let me see. Hold B to skip. Yeah, you lose your cells when you do that. Not like it really matters. I am playing a man with an owl for his head. I like this outfit, to be honest with you. You get a similar outfit every floor, but a new head. We're gonna be playing on 5 BC mode today. That is 5 BC, 5 boss cells. And what I really wanna do is try to just win a run without even going to Dracula's castle. Although we could maybe try to fight death on 5 BC, but I kinda wanna just do a completely normal run from the concierge into the Hand of the King. Oh my god, sorry, I had to alt tab really quickly, but my caps lock is on. And then I have to make my windows correct. Sorry for doing this, sorry. Okay, let's do it. And if I can get a run where I have a baseball bat, I would absolutely have a baseball bat. So we have to fight death. He's the only thing that we're getting out of the mirror. So hold on, wanted to look at this. But I really like the idea of just doing like a Promenade of the Condemned, Ramparts, Black Bridge, Stilt Village, Clock Tower, Clock Room, High Peak Castle, Throne Room, Astrolab, Observatory run. Like a classic run through the game and all of the original biomes. Do like that plan. Throwing axes, I really like. We had those on the last run. We had 2 of them. It was fantastic. I see colorless cards up there. It's funny to me that those are colorless, but I guess it makes sense because the cards don't do that much on their own, so them scaling doesn't really make that much sense. So I like the cards. I also really like the claws, just for like doing damage to the enemies in the beginning of the game. But like, dude, it's Nerves of Steel. We didn't even do like a full Nerves of Steel build last time because I had to swap out my weapons at some point. But Nerves of Steel, even Nerves of Steel with the grappling hook is pretty damn good. No piercing though, but that's okay. We'll live with it. Now, we're on 5 BC. The obvious question is what the heck is 5 BC? 5 BC is the next level of difficulty in Dead Cells. If you look in the bottom right corner above the minimap, you should see that 5 BC indicator informing you and everyone that we are in fact on 5 BC mode. 5 BC is going to not only make the game a little bit harder than it was, let's go tactics, but we also have malaise. That is not something I can drop down through. Malaise is the, infection of the island. Malaise will increase over time. You can see it in the bottom left corner above our health bar. And as the malaise increases, hold on, I can't think right now because I have to deal with these freaking enemies trying to shoot me. As the malaise increases, effects will happen on the run. Now what I mean by that is that we're gonna get things like enemies getting faster, enemies teleporting faster. We're gonna get enemies do more damage, maybe? Enemies will spawn randomly, enemies will turn into elites. We're gonna get all these effects that make the game harder the longer we take. So we really do need to go fast, because the faster, actually, here's how it works. Oh my god, cursed. How it works is the faster you go, the less malaise you have, because malaise builds up over time and malaise goes down as you kill things. So I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this, but hopefully you're following along. As we go faster, as we kill things, the malaise goes down, it goes up over time, and so in theory, The faster you are, the better off you're gonna be. So we're gonna try to get through the levels as quickly as possible. If there's any like backtracking for loot, we want to do that at the end. What the hell? Oh, one rat lived. Okay, this is not a good situation for me to be in. Malaise is the biggest annoyance in the game when you reach 5BC for sure. Game's gonna be hard, but we'll try to make it work. Random weapons. You know what? I would like to get a replacement tactics weapon, but we know that this Nerves of Steel can work for a long time. Even level 1 is acceptable. Sorry, I haven't played 5BC in a long time. That is not going to give us stats anymore. Oh yeah, Hankapob does remind me that high enough malaise also pulls aggro from enemies that aren't normally aggroed. So really, it gets pretty terrible after a while. Malaise sucks. No one likes it, and at the higher difficulties, you just have to live with it basically. But try to go as quickly as you can, and maybe you can keep it at bay. There's also secret stuff that we can get later maybe, but I'm not worried about the secret stuff right now. Secret stuff being a new end game, but we'll probably get there anyways, because that's something we can do on this path. Malaise cleared means that we have killed most of the enemies on the floor, and we don't get any more malaise reduction by killing enemies. Okay, that is just terrible. Thank God we lived. Because you get malaise reduction by killing enemies. The malaise being cleared at the end of a level means you've done enough, you're not going to get any more malaise reduction. You got maximum malaise reduction from killing enemies. There is food on levels. You will have food infection. Food that drops from walls is infected with 1 level of malaise. Food that is dropped from enemies, like that carrot down there, is not infected by malaise. So the malaise from 5BC has another, thing that you gotta deal with, which is, hey, you're gonna have a ton of infected food show up on your runs. Lovely, I know. We are basically done. The only reason why I would fight this guy is for money, but we don't need to. And we are good to go. We're done with the floor, and we're just gonna go promenade, ramparts. I haven't been to the ramparts in a long time. Simple paths. Trade by the wall chicken. You can reduce malaise if you use your healing flask. I believe it reduces it by 5, maybe 3. But because we're on 5BC, there's also going to be very few opportunities to buy healing flasks. Although if we go to Stilt Village, there is a healing shop there. We just want piercing, thank you. And we will definitely take disengagement to maybe, let us live if we go down to like 1 HP. See, now I wish I did grab the orb, because we know that there's actually 1 blueprint to find from the mimic in the bank. So we could go to the bank and try that, but honestly, we can do that on another run. On the next run, maybe I'll grab the blueprint hunting orb and try to go kill a mimic. On this run, I just want to be a chicken and kill things. So new floor, new malaise to worry about. I do believe, and by the way, your malaise tier is increased. Prepare for that to be a running joke. I do believe that, by the way, your malaise tier is increased. The grappling hook, fine, does work with the bow. Yeah, it does seem like it is working, so we should strive, I like what we have, strive to use, get out of here. our grappling hook on enemies that we would like to kill in one shot that we can't normally kill in one shot. Okay, almost hurt myself on that one. How is there still another thing that is spawning shields? Please. What I really need to do is use my damn turret more often. We'll definitely have to do more 5BC runs, of course. We're not just gonna do one and done, but I figured to remind myself how the mechanic works, and for a little bit of practice, we'll just do a run on normal biomes, old-fashioned biomes. Star Fury's good, but I really like our current range setup. If we're going tactics, I want range. Man, that is actually pretty good. But you know what? If I'm going explosive crossbow, I'd like to go survival, I think. Let's reroll. We didn't get what we wanted, but that's okay. Next shop, we'll find another Nerves of Steel. Orc Welcome says, new Solasta DLC. For all of you Solasta nerds out there. Shock is not going to... It's not gonna scale. I think we dump it. I do like that the grappling hook also has a effect where you get your ammo back. Seems nice. That's why you have piercing shots. Okay, we got a vampire killer. Deals critical damage to burning enemies. Enemies killed by this weapon burn the ground. It roots the enemies for 1.2 seconds. Really? That seems fantastic. Okay, what if we, what if we do this? It's got a great range to it. What if we do like a root ranged build with tactics? This is the second time I think I've actually picked up this grappling hook. This is not the only time I've picked up a legendary vampire killer, but I don't remember it rooting enemies. Maybe I just didn't read it. Now, we also could, if we want, skip on tactics and just go for like a big survival build so we have a ton of HP, but maybe we're not gonna use the whip forever. I mean, the fact that it roots enemies actually makes it a very good weapon. Sure, it does a little bit less damage than the bow that we currently have, but if it gets crits, it like triples its damage output. So we really just need like a fire grenade. I don't know, let's go brutality. Because if we get a fire grenade, I'd rather not have a fire. You know what? We can have burn from the flamethrower turret because it's a turret. Yeah, okay. So we'll have a flamethrower turret instead of the sinew slicer. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So we can enable the crits out of the vampire whip here. I like it. We're building a synergy on the fly. It's kind of how it's supposed to work in Dead Cells, actually. By the way, your malaise tier is increased. Okay, by the way, you took a bunch of damage from landing into spikes. Would not recommend. Time is not paused. Let's go. The rooting might mess you up at some point. You gotta be a little bit careful about that. I think I may have killed that enemy with the elevator. It seems pretty good. You know what I really like about this whip is that I seem to always be able to dodge roll. I'm never stuck in an animation. That's pretty good. I always look for that in a weapon, as I am always annoyed whenever I try to like use a bow and then I get locked into an animation. We don't need a new skill. I really like the skills that we currently have. We do need to keep exploring and killing enemies. Your Malaise tier is increased. Our Malaise tier is currently not increasing. Well, no, I mean, it's constantly increasing, but it didn't increase to a new tier. It will in a second, though. So we did eat Malaise infected food on the last level. It gave us 1 tier of Malaise up. Currently, we're at under 1 tier. We've clawed back the deficit from having to eat the food. There will be more food on this level too, we just haven't found it yet. I mean, we found food from the enemy, but not from the wall, which will be infected. Which hopefully we will find. Another sinew slicer. Not interested, although I did see that it spread oil. That's not really what I'm looking for. Explorer's instinct. Who's left to kill? Enemies up there? Let's do it. I've not been to the ramparts in a long time, so this is going to be a very interesting trip, I think. We're almost done. Oh god. Crap. We're almost done with the Malaise. Now the Malaise has been cleared. We're at half of a bar of Malaise, which is totally fine. I like the whip, actually. I do. I think it's a decent weapon. Okay, and we're done, so we're gonna go back and grab the cheese. Rased says, it's funny to me that you can find Malaise-infected food in 5BC in the new DLC, but it actually doesn't increase Malaise on those lower difficulties. Yeah, it's weird in the, Queen? No, not the Queen, in the CDLC. Oh, there's so many enemies I missed. In one of the DLCs, you can find Malaise-infected food in a level, and it increases your Malaise tier, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't do anything. It's like, I can look at the level. It's the Morass of the Banished. There's Malaise-infected food there that increases your Malaise meter. I wonder if they changed it in, well, the times that I, haven't played the game since then. I wonder if they, oh god, changed it so that you actually don't get the Malaise increase or something. I don't know. Well, I hate that I hate that we've taken damage, but I also hate that we don't seem to have any ground food. I haven't found it, to be more accurate. I'm not gonna spend all my time looking though. I think I'm just gonna bounce and get out of here. The North says, man, this game has changed. Remember when this was a tower defense game? I don't remember because I didn't play it, but I do remember reading or like watching an interview that one of the Dead Cells developer gave, and they showed footage from when this was in a much earlier version. It was a tower defense game, and it was terrible, and no one liked it, and so they changed it to be a action platformer, and Dead Cells was born. Sometimes you have to make changes, though. I mean, Fortnite originally was a tower defense game. Then it just turned into a game about building towers. I think we're ready to go. There's an alchemic carbine? Hold on. Praise be for that change, says Rased. Do you play Fortnite at all? I do not. Or maybe you're saying praise be for the Dead Cells, in which case, yes. Wall food? Wall food! Food infected with Malaise restores 50% of your health. I believe this will increase our Malaise by 3 tiers. So I've done it. Food has been infected by Malaise. That being said, now I won't die in 1 hit, so that's pretty good, although we do have disengagement. Alchemic carbine. Poisons. I think I'm gonna take it over Nerves of Steel, and I'm gonna re-roll the Legendary Vampire Killer to make it have more damage to a poison target. Although it does have more damage on a rooted target, but against bosses that's not gonna matter that much. I'd love to be able to hit enemies with a poison shot and then do more damage. Alchemic Carbine to go with your Whip of Alchemy. Well, it's the Whip of Vampirism, not Whip of Alchemy. Days Knight says, to be fair, we should praise the Fortnite change to a lot of free tools from Epic, because they are so rich, lol. I mean, Fortnite did give us the Epic launcher, pretty much. Dr. Dracula. Dr. Drac, calling Dr. Drac. So can we get a poison synergy? Plus 15% raw damage is also acceptable. We are tactics, but I don't think we have a tactics mutation that we want right now. You know, what's actually very good is if we eventually find another bow that we want, we can put the Alchemic Carbine in our backpack and then get a shot that applies poison, which will benefit synergies possibly. Used to be called Whip of Alchemy in Castlevania, before being powered up to the Vampire Whip Killer. Cool. Interesting. Another bit of the, you know, I'm a horse. Another bit of the Castlevania lore that I don't understand, but I still appreciate the game and what it did for us. Oh, come on, I was so close. Oh my god. You know what? We don't have to kill everything with the whip. I did hear something else spawn. Get out of here. We gotta play a little bit more carefully here. I'm taking way too much damage. If we have to heal, we have to heal. We can buy a new flask in Stilt Village. Okay. Probably gonna heal. Should also definitely use the turrets. I'm surprised that we got hit on that one though. I thought we were doing fine. Oh, we can buy a flask here. I didn't know we could buy a flask here, but here we are. Could also just get food, but we're not gonna be able to afford a flask. It's too expensive. Okay. Take less damage. At least our malaise level got reduced significantly by healing. Oh my god. Give me a second. Jesus. I feel like I need to look up at what point in the malaise tier enemies have faster attacks, because I feel like I'm dying to enemies that have faster attacks, but I'm probably just dying to the slow whip. Its first hit is a little slower than you would think. So we're gonna buy the heal, and we bought, I forgot about this. He also sells a malaise reduction potion, which I should have remembered. Okay, that was luckily timed. We're also running tactics, so it's gonna be a little hard to stay alive, just due to that nature of the run. Come on, move! That time I just got stuck. Oh my god. My god. You know what it is? I'm not that good at Dead Cells anymore. I used to be fantastic at this game. Well, good enough. Now on 5 BC, I'm getting killed by like basic mobs. Thank you. These guys can be really annoying though. The shielded minions with the big axe. They're pretty annoying. I'm gonna try to... You attack backwards. God damn it. I'm gonna try to be careful about looking for extra HP on the ground and in secrets like this one. Plus 15% health, thank you very much. Be freaking careful. Oh my god. Whatever, I do crits on you when you burn. This is fine, says Ross said. I don't anticipate winning this run. I do not anticipate winning. I anticipate us dying miserably and horribly. But that's okay. If that happens, that just means we have to practice more on maybe like a survival build with an explosive crossbow where I can be, ironically, even more at a distance to enemies than I am right now with the tactics build. But I have a whip, so who knows? Insufferable crypt. I didn't know that you could go to the Insufferable Crypt from here. That is the Watcher boss. Killed an elite, reduced our malaise meter a little bit. We should not be here. We should not be here either. We should go down to the teleporter and get out of this floor a little bit faster. Like so. I don't believe you get malaise reduction by killing enemies that spawn because of malaise. I don't remember though. Yep. Anticipated that happening. Just get out of here. We didn't trigger disengagement. This is by the way, a lot of my 5 BC Dead Cells play, which is just running away from enemies while trying to like hold your guts in while you're running. So I'm holding my guts in, running away from enemies, thinking to myself, clear the malaise, and then you can go fight all the more difficult enemies. Hey, get out of here. I do think I should let enemies spawn as elites before I kill them, because I think we'll get more malaise reduction? I don't remember. I don't know, I think this, I should not have gone all in on the whip synergy here. It's not much of a synergy, I just have a whip. Okay, more scrolls. I do like getting a whole bunch of scrolls, even though we don't have too much in the way of health still. As long as we're in the shop, time is paused, so let's take a minute, take a little bit of a breather. We should be getting close to the end of this level. In fact, I know we're getting close to the end of this level. Because we can see we're getting close to the end of this level. I don't know how everything died. Some sort of like poison electricity killed everything, so I'm happy about that. Should get malaise cleared after this remaining little cluster of enemies. We did hit 30 enemies killed without taking damage. That's okay, right? Right? Alright, it's just Hayabusa boots. Did I miss anything? We must have already hit malaise cleared and I was not paying attention. Unless we have to kill these, like, 6 enemies over here, which I ran past earlier. I will kill them. Yeah, that would explain why we ran past, huh? You're dead. I mean, basically, if you hit an enemy with the poison, they'll pretty much die. We have to have melees cleared at this point. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. All right, you ready? Just gonna wait a second. This guy is not too bad to take out. I probably could do it, but why risk it when I can just hide like a coward and let my turrets do all the work for me? Okay. Well, we must be done with the floor. We're gonna go and fight the chosen one, or the incomplete one, or whatever his freaking name is. I'm looking, and there's nothing else to do. No shops that I really want to go to. Let's do it. Let's go fight our canonical first boss. And let me sell this real quick. I did forget something else about the game too, and I just remembered right now. Well, on this floor, if you get hit and you have a shield in your backpack, you do get a little bit of a temporary shield preventing you from getting comboed. Doesn't work for the rampaging zombies though, unfortunately. Okay. Do we want to re-roll anything? I'd actually rather save my money in order to afford a heal on the next floor. So, I think... I don't even know what I want. Maybe recovery to get more health back, but probably not. Crits reduce skill cooldowns is unnecessary. Trap damage is capped by 10 to 10% of your health. Alienation, we don't have ammo. Sorry, ammo, we don't have ammo. Alienation, acceptance, we're not really gonna be cursed on this in the upcoming level. Increase your health by 11%. Necromancy or gastronomy might be okay. Better food. Rossed says, I'm mildly disappointed. The outfit is called Dr. Dracula instead of Dr. Acula. Isn't that the name of the guy who, like, goes to different universes as someone else? Oh my god. I might just be thinking of Scott Bakula, though. Get out of here. Careful. Oh, Jesus. Turret stunned him. Jesus. The turret, stop stunning him. I'm rooting him a little bit myself. But this turret keeps stunning him. Okay, the turret that stuns is dead. Whoa, my god. Okay. I'm not gonna blame the whip completely. I'll blame the whip partially though, because it constantly was rooting him, preventing me from understanding what he was doing. I should have just healed, but I was greedy, you know, I wanted to get to the next level and then get a heal for free. Well, because we would just buy food from the food shop. But the whip constantly rooting enemies means that I want to roll because he's about to do a jump. I roll, he doesn't jump, he stands still, and then he punches me to death. So, oh, that was annoying. I don't think I should have taken the whip. I think I should have just rolled the bow. But this is just my indication to myself that I need to practice some more BC5, which we're gonna do. Let me take a drink, and then we'll continue with another run.